He's mean.
But I know you're so tremendously far away, and in those moments, the emptiness folds itself.
It's trying to make me press the button, and I don't want to press the button!
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
No shot.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Whoa.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
No, not the Steam reviews! The new content? Oh, hold on.
Good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Then show me, buddy. I'm happy. I miss you. I miss you a lot at the end there. That end was terrifying. I really did miss you.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
What does that mean?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What? The end is never the end again, 427?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a
Is this actually happening?
Sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
More the Stanley Parable, better the Stanley Parable.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Okay.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
Interesting. Whoa.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much... Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
What? Merchandise. The end is never the end. This t-shirt is the best new feature. 2. The name button. What in the world, bro? The button says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
No way.
Isn't that wonderful?
If this thing says Jack, I'm a freak out.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
Oh.
Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay,
Just play along.
okay,
I
gotcha.
promise you'll love it.
Gotcha.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Okay.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I got this.
Jim.
Whoa! Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
That's awesome. That's crazy.
It hits even harder the second
it
time.
really does.
If this were
It's
the
powerful.
only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Wait, what if I hit it again, actually?
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon
Jim.
you'll start to
Jim.
lose all sense
Jim.
of who you
Jim.
actually
Jim.
are.
Jim. Jim.
Oh, it's gone.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
What's back here? Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay. All right. Yep, cool, fine. I didn't want the test achievement anyway, you know, I just don't love getting achievements for fun, you know, that's definitely not a pastime of mine. 2-room.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Absolutely this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Wow, okay, cool. I'm glad you asked for my opinion like that. He's mean.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No.
The reassurance bucket.
I've made my decision. We're moving on.
What is the reassurance
complaint
bucket?
of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless
There's no
despair in
bucket.
those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable
There's the bucket.
Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
That would be a pain.
Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Huh?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
But I like my bucket.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, I'll take the bucket with me. I like the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award.
I agree. That
already.
is a solid award.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling.
I think Portal
You can
did this
fall
first.
until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Whee! Bye!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Well, I like falling. This is a cool feeling for me. I feel like I'm playing like some...
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later
Wait, why?
spectrum of things.
Why would I do it? It's an infinite hole. It's fun. It'll work out fine.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, Good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
That was a long hole.
I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by
That's
falling.
honestly fair.
What
Yeah, I
normal
am.
person actually wants to fall infinitely. I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't
I think
mean.
I don't talk
Why don't
in this
we just
game.
put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite. If that works for you,
Yep.
then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the
All right.
sequel.
I'm liking these. These are pretty good. Didn't it say something about settings? Settings, world champion. All right, yeah, let's see what's in the settings. Oh, I can't go in there. Okay.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines.
Okay.
And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Yo. Okay, cool. That's
God,
awesome.
it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I want to go see the settings world champion. There has to be something for that, right? Don't tell me I have to actually do the settings world champion, because I saw that achievement. All right, fine. Settings world champion. There we go. I unlocked the achievement. Thank goodness. There we go.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the settings world champion.
Yeah, I just sat here and
well
did it.
Done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting.
And what is
something
that?
called bumpscosity. What exactly
What?
is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of
What
the
is
details out
bumpscosity,
later.
though?
I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, well, here's our trophy, guys. We are the settings world champion. Congratulations. You guys did it with me. I probably skipped the entire thing, so you guys didn't see a single bit of that. That's the end. There's no more new content.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Okay, yep, here we go.
Yes,
Let's see,
this is
come
much
on. You
better.
got
I
this.
feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who
Oh.
am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Which is what you did
I
now.
suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
I feel like
All right, perfect.
you already have a good name
Go
for
ahead.
it, honestly.
Take a look.
Oh. Why does this look like a first-person shooter?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
And there are balloons
where he was
now.
Employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Everything's
Something
changed.
he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
Balloons.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So is this just the bucket?
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes! I picked up the bucket, boys. I am looking around for literally everything now.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, yeah, I have the bucket and I'm going in the door.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the
table's
bucket's
different.
warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Maybe that would make sense, you know? Also, hello, I'm blocking the slideshows. I have no shadow. It's in the broom closet.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet
No
believes it
way.
deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket.
It is my
this
bucket.
Is your companion and
Yeah.
lifelong friend.
My lifelong
Hand
friend,
it
not
over.
yours.
Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems.
Oh.
Is this how low the broom closet has sunk that it
Wow.
has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and
What?
lasting friends? That
This
your
is
relationship is
my
purely
best
superficial
friend.
and convenient? that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd
Banal?
feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
Yeah.
Expand on the wide
No
variety
one
of experiences
loves you.
and the bucket have shared together.
I have shit in this bucket
Go
before.
through each of them point
Yeah.
by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the
Yeah,
bucket,
this
as
bucket
they have
has
changed
held
and
many
evolved
things for
over
me.
the years.
It has been my
Really
trusty
love it.
bucket since I've been born. I was born into this bucket. This is my bucket, you piece of shit.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Whoa, let's
Now it's
go.
settled.
Yeah.
No more debate, no more
Yeah.
discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah, get out of here.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Yeah, that's right,
boss's
the bucket.
office.
Oh,
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
Let's go!
Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
All right.
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
okay. I can do that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
Yep,
indication
no
of
one's
anything.
here.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire
Had
if
I not
for the
been
soothing
holding the
presence of
bucket.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Not letting go of this guy.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Wow!
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
I
Was
love this
the
game.
bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini
Stanley
stands.
figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under
Ew.
your belt.
Oh, that's an awful name. I'm sorry, narrator. You're great and all, but that's awful name. Terrible. You can do better.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
If I hold down both mouse buttons, I can walk.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it
Yeah,
very
it's okay,
nearly
bucket.
burst into
It's
tears
all right.
as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Well, what's wrong with that one up there?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
No.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
It's a good question.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble.
Hey, my mind isn't very feeble.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Especially not the narrator.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I agree.
For he and the bucket would
We've done this
dismantle
before.
the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Yeah.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
Yep. Me and the bucket can be free.
The two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it
What?
life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening?
What?
Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket
No!
to be. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No!
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What? And that's the end. Alright, that's where we're gonna call it. I've been going for an hour and a half. I planned on going for 30 minutes. This game took a hard right turn out of hard left out of nowhere. That was awesome, and I really hope that they did that with everything, and I really hope it keeps the buckets and stuff for later. So, thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see all of you guys next time. Make sure to comment down below any endings you want to see me do and how to get to them. Not necessarily what the ending is. Just give me, like, you know, instructions on what to do so I don't have to go Google stuff and spoil it for myself. But anyway, like and subscribe. I'll see all you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.